Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time!
Want to kiss my lucky egg?
No, I don't want to kiss your lucky egg.
Switch yourself.
Tension. Release.
Tension. Alright, next.
We back in this.
We back.
Cheers, guys. We are back for another week of EDM Reacts. We're giving you another 2 episodes this week just because we love you guys, and why not, right? I got a full week off. Kyle's got some time off. So we are just here to spoil you guys.
Let's get it. First up for this week, we got Underneath My Skin by Haliene.
She's an incredible vocalist. The first time I heard her was on that Haliene, Seven Lions Said the Sky collab. What was the song called again?
The recent one? What are you talking
about? No, it's
very
old. Don't make me say the year, bro. Don't make me say
2017?
I think it was around that time, but it was like that. It was around the same time that Gryffin and Haliene released that You Make Me Feel. Rush Over Me.
Rush Over Me.
There it is. But yeah, Rush Over Me, that song, I remember, so when I still lived in Chicago, I had like an hour commute to my job, and I was like really getting into the whole new melodic dubstep, future bass scene and everything like that. So during my commutes, I would just like blast these songs to get me awake at like 6 o'clock in the morning while I was driving. And I remember how big and epic this song was, and it just hit me like right in the feels. This girl's voice is spectacular. And I think she's going on her solo career now as opposed to doing like features, which is dope. So I'm excited to hear this. We looked at the we even looked at the song credits to see if like, you know, there was another producer that like produced the track for her. But no, it doesn't have anybody listed. So mad props if she's producing herself. That's awesome.
Props. Hey, massive props to you, mate.
Hello, mate.
You know,
let's hear what you got to
okay,
do
let's
there,
go now.
Beautiful atmosphere already. Already giving me like Rush Over Me vibes, like same kind of like spatial.
I flick a switch and my pulse starts to quicken. I'm falling right into your next dimension.
Ooh, beautiful textures. That snare with the like the little glass break on top. Beautiful how they're filtering out the drums right now. Gradually start to open them up.
Underneath my skin, I swear
I love that trance like gated pluck in the back. Yeah. I need more bass for this verse, or this is the chorus. Yeah, there needs like a little low mid action, a little mid.
Low mids, and the snare's like very tight.
Yeah.
Very
Needs a
crisp.
little more splash.
And then they go back to the kind of filtered snare, which sounds very comfortable for this section.
The verses are stunning. Top line is beautiful. Her voice is epic. Haliene, will you work with me, please? It's so good. I get it. I think as a solo artist she's not going for an EDM feel, so maybe that's why she's not trying to get big with it. But it's mixed like an EDM track.
Oh yeah.
Like the way that the drums are punching. So beautiful. We get like chills.
Underneath my skin.
Needs a little more sub and just those low mids need to come up a lot. Like something kind of like some kind of pitch bendy guitar, like
There's just no sustains.
Yeah, not enough sustains, exactly. That was beautiful. Oh my god, it's like so close to being a perfect song, in my opinion. Like almost a 10 out of 10. Just needs like a little more sustain, a little more to fill, because like that whole song was mixed so big. It felt so epic. Her vocals are so grand.
Oh yeah, we're not dialed up that much, and I had to like constantly like start to turn it down.
It's loud.
So it was very loud, very wide, very massive production.
Perfect mix on the vocals.
Yeah.
No harsh nothing. It wasn't like too much sibilance. It was perfect presence in the mids. There wasn't harsh on the ears. Like that's like goals for like vocal mixing, especially for this type of genre where like you're a little bit more washed out, a little less pop, a little bit more kind of like, you know, reverb and wide and big. Awesome song. Good job, Haliene. Next up on the list, for all you trance babies out there, it's Projection by Above and Beyond. And Juna back in the house. So this isn't one of my 2017 years. This is like my 2013 years.
Oh,
you feel
shoot.
Me? Oh, we're taking
shoot.
it back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I went and saw Above and Beyond at Lollapalooza.
Ooh.
Lollapalooza in, I think it was right before I moved to Chicago, so that was like 2013, 2014. They were playing at the like bass EDM stage on that. When you're in there,
Yeah. The one that's
all
like
the way to the
closest
back
to Grant Park.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Beautiful area. I forgot
Yeah.
what was it called? It's called like Hullies or something.
That was the first stage at Lala that actually they started to incorporate more genres of music. So all the EDM people were all over there, and I stayed there for a while, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to go see
Hell yeah.
Bombay Bicycle Club or something right over there for a little bit, and bring them back, and let's go.
I saw RL Grime at that stage, and I remember it was just so epic.
All right, guys.
All right, let's play this Projection by Above and Beyond. Back with the kombuchas, baby. As
Great
usual,
tension.
trance artists are like
Yes.
the masters of tension release.
And a release, there we go.
If you want to rave, trance is the music to rave to. Armin, Above and Beyond, like, man.
Bro, yes. Cool stats.
I'm telling you, man, the glow sticks are back. They're back out in this. Your homie that, like, you never knew was doing it, professional at it, throwing the sticks in your face.
I like that the hat on the offbeat isn't very like super bright. It's a little tucked.
Yeah, doesn't have much of a transient.
Not much of a transient, but I enjoy that because a lot of the tech house,
Yeah, it's like
very harsh transient.
Yeah, the tech house is so tight. Trance is like very like open, getting bigger. Ooh, this like these guys are like masters of tension release.
This is so wide.
Yeah. They got the atmosphere in the background of
Yes.
like that vocal, like It's a 6-minute song, classic trance. Ooh, this is beautiful. Nice little string breakdown here. Rave songs, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That's so cool. That, like centered bass, then it goes wide.
Yeah.
What a great way to play with your stereo image. Keep it interesting, but like great mix. Kick is like super punchy. You guys clearly know what they're doing.
Right. Very cool call and response.
This sounds very hardware. Like it doesn't sound like much was like digital. It's like a warmth to certain hardware.
That gritty mid bass, that for sure was hardware.
Yeah, the saws, like, you can make that in Serum easy.
Oh, yeah,
There's something about the sound of, like, mids and low mids. Like,
there's that, like, little
artifact.
That little bite and artifact right around, I don't even know, like
300?
Yeah. That's literally what I was going to say.
Not to say that you can't achieve the same result with digital. You just have to really know what you're doing. Kick hits so hard. Not much sub end to it. It's all attack.
Oh yeah. It's like a techno kick.
And like that plug sounds like hardware. Oh, he's got the running man. It's like, ooh. This is an experience. This is like a perfect warehouse track. Something to definitely play out, like true to its style, not trying to be something it's not. Phenomenal master. So it's going into a build for the outro.
Yeah, interesting.
And that's the end of the song. So my guess is it's probably in an album. Yeah, and it's transitioning into the next track and just a very, very long mix. That was incredible. I had a great time.
Wow.
I've never been like a huge like go-to trance guy. I've always appreciated trance and I've had a great time at like trance shows. But I've never like put trance on in my car just to jam out to. I would jam to that. I think the deeper I've delved into EDM over the years, I've kind of just acquired a taste for things that like I wouldn't have necessarily have listened to in the past.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the closest thing to trance stuff that I probably was like a lot of Armin music. He's legendary,
I would refer to him as like the godfather of trance in a way.
Yeah, in a
especially
lot of ways,
especially with like the migration of that genre of music into the US scene.
Agreed.
For sure.
And like, you know, one song that I felt like bridged the gap between, you know, trance music and more mainstream type stuff was oh my god. Don't tell me I'm forgetting the name of this song right now. Oh, Sometime by Avicii. Levels. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that right now. But Levels was like that one that that right there was very like trance in nature. Like the sound design, the kind of arpeggiated sequence that was happening on the offbeat. The bass was more on the housey side of things, but like amazing song. I'm just kind of like yeah. Like that very electronic, you know what I mean? Like you know this is electronic dance music, you know the purpose.
It's just different than so many other genres and subgenres of EDM. Yeah, cool.
Tension, release.
Tension. All right, next up we have Pretend by Pluko and Kota the Friend.
Love the atmosphere with the birds.
Sunday morning, sun is shining on that California time. If you callin', I'll be riding as long as you by my side. Out the office, sleep.
I feel like the vocals kind of offbeat slightly.
Yeah, I hear that. But it gives that like very indie, that indie modern electronic vibe.
Too many things are swung here. The drum beat is swung, the vocal is kind of swung, but then you have that that's directly on the quarter note, so like it doesn't fit. Like the swing and the vocals and the drums are great.
Yeah, I hear that.
But that like sub is kind of like
the percussion, the drum's sick by itself. Like the instrumental is dope.
Yeah.
But the vocal comes in, like you said, on this weird. Not even on the offbeat, well, even slightly off of the offbeat. So it has that weird swing, but everything's on a swing.
But then that sub is very on grid, and it's like, it just doesn't flow. Ooh.
This is cool.
Gives me like Black City vibes.
Yeah.
I love that like clip to death kick. A little bit of flume action there.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Friends by Flume and Rio Cragen.
Yeah.
Like very
Like
similar
a lot.
vibes. Yeah. It's dope. I really liked it. The only thing I would work on is just like that sub bass that's kind of like just kind of directly on grid. I think if it was swung with everything else, it would allow for like that swing rhythm.
I didn't mind that, but
something needed to be
if the vocal
corrected.
Correct, yeah. If the vocal was maybe like found a little bit more of that like pocket with the drum and the percussion and the sub, it would have flowed a lot better. Or like you said, or just kind of swing the sub a little bit more.
Yeah, because it was like the drums were swung, the vocal was swung off beat, but then the sub was very on beat, so something had to give, right? It's either the sub had to get like swung as well, or the vocals needed to be tighter on grid so that it could kind of flow with everything a little bit more. But I mean, overall, like super dope song. That was a lot of fun to listen to. I would jam out to that for sure.
Same.
Thanks for the recommendation, guys. These are really good.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Next up on the list is Bad Memories by Meduza, James Carter, featuring Elley, Duhe, and Fast Boy. Cheers, dog.
Cheers, cool.
Ooh, sounds
One more drink, she said. I think I'm losing my head now. Tonight will make bad memories.
like a rasp tone that's like similar to Haliene.
I've heard those.
You have? I remember that. Ooh, sick.
Yeah. Vocal processing is really cool.
Yeah. A little telephone filter and some washout.
I
wish a little more happened right there. If you're gonna replay the same like hook and just go for it on the floor, not enough sub. Low end is kind of like gone. The vocals are like overtaking everything.
The kick and the snare needs more transients and needs to be brought up.
Beautiful vocals. Ooh, I love this vocal.
One more drink, he said, and baby, you got me tripping. We're face to face.
I love her rasp.
Yeah, the kick and the snare need to be raised.
Yeah.
Like definitely a good 2 dBs.
Especially for like house artists, like where it's got a hit at shows.
Yeah, it has to.
Great top line, very catchy. But definitely like way more top end than like the lows. And yeah, like kick and snare need to come up like 2 dBs each.
Even the low end. Like the very wide guitar, that's very loud compared to all of the percussion, all of the drums, all of the sub.
Love the vocal, love the top line, love everything in the mids and the highs. But if you are a house artist, the most important thing for you to make sure is right is
The kick and the snare.
the kick and the snare. You've got to get people to dance. They got to feel the punch. They got to feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time!
Want to kiss my lucky egg?
No, I don't want to kiss your lucky egg.
Switch yourself.
Sanka. For all you guys have seen Cool Runnings, we love you guys. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it
Check
ASAP.
it out.
It's on
So
Disney. It's so good.
Next up, we have Let You Go featuring Keeran, Lomax by Diplo, Tsha, and it's remixed by Sebastian Ingrosso.
Oh, Sebastian. Went from
Oh,
your
Sebastian.
Swedish House Mafia days to the solo acts and came back with Swedish House and then you're back doing solo and then you had Sebastian Ingrosso and there was like another...
And then
there was another solo
Swedish
project,
House Mafia somehow wanted to maybe release something, but not. And
They did, and then it didn't sound like Swedish House at all, but it was still super dope. I mean, these guys are clearly very versatile artists who love music and are just coming in and out of the game and just, you know, not staying in their pocket because they don't need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's give it a listen. And we love Diplo.
Dude,
Diplo
don't break
is
beat.
just a vibe.
I can't be the only one.
Love that like filtered Reese in the back. I wouldn't even call it a Reese. It's like a move. See, that had a hardware sound to it. That synth.
Yeah.
I like this break. Wish there was like something top end to kind of like transition.
There's no transitional elements for sure.
But the warmth in the track feels very nice. Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, this is sick.
This is a vibe. Very digital.
warm.
Digital
Yeah.
percussion. Like everything's super tight.
That the percussion's following the same pattern as the lead pluck.
The saws are just opening up and then closing back again. Becoming like plucks. So he's automating the envelope so that's opening the sustain and then coming back in.
The breakbeat's perfect transition for this section.
Gives me a little bit of like postal service drum vibes.
Yeah.
Like that digital.
I really like this so far.
Yeah.
The instrumentation's very progressive as well. Like we have one instrument for 8 bars, a quick like just a sudden change to this the main motif, and then switching to a break.
My only feedback so far has been the transition into that break. That's it. I'm excited. I wonder if we can
this
do something
opening up.
different.
You have the filter opening up for this, makes it wide.
Oh, nice. I like this. He added the like the octave higher plug.
Yeah. Great mix.
Yeah. Not too heavy hitting, but like perfect for what he's going for, which is a little bit more of a chill type EDM.
It's very mid-heavy, but especially going to the octave higher, this lead cuts through so well.
I love the chord progression. It's very emotional.
But maybe the percussion could maybe be a little bit like brighter in sections, maybe a little bit more panning to make it a little bit more interesting, but
I think just some variation more than anything else, because it's kind of the same drum
it's
beat.
just pretty centered. It's not super wide, it's the same drum beat.
So I find a lot of producers make this mistake where they try to pan something right, pan something left, and like they do it to the same amount. Little tidbit for you guys: if you pan something to the same amount to the right as you do to the left, it becomes in the center again. All right. So like, let's say you're gonna pan something like you're gonna duplicate the same drum layer and pan it to the and you want to make it wide. Pan one like 45 to the right and like pan the other one to like 43, right? So that there's a slight difference and that difference will create width. But if you do it on the same, all you're doing is duplicating the track and making it louder, right?
Yeah, I always try and stick to about like 2 or 3 degree difference.
Yeah. Depends on what I'm going for, like where I want things to kind of be placed. I noticed from like a feeling standpoint, like I like to pan my hat. Like a lot of people pan their hats super wide. I don't think it sounds good. I usually pan my hats like around 15 to 20.
I'm even tighter most of the
really?
time. Yeah, I do I play around with delay a lot with hats, but my initial panning will be around like 7 to 9.
Yeah, that's a healthy. I think anywhere between like
because you have enough information that's like that helping the other side of the stereo image, and you're not totally having it entirely that section of frequency taking up that entire side.
Right. And of course it depends on like what other elements you have in your song and how much high end and everything like that. But like I usually I'll put my crashes around there, like around 7.
Yeah.
Hats I'll usually go a little bit outside my crashes just so they don't fight each other when they're happening. But yeah, that was a really pretty song. I really enjoyed it. I will vibe to that. Definitely going on the playlist. Pew pew pew. On to the next one. This is Pew Pew by Slushii and Tokyo Machine. I haven't heard Tokyo Machine in like a good 2 years. Love that style. Monster Cat, very digital, future bass, high energy, huge on the low mids, like very like digital basses. Super, super cool. Reminds me a lot of like, I don't want to say, Pixel Terror chooses a very similar sound palette.
I was going to say that too.
But the execution is a little bit more digital.
Yeah.
Which I like. What did we say?
Big Crush. Here we go.
Right on brand.
That's cool.
I love that. Pew, pew,
So
it's
far,
so cute.
much better mix from the last Slushii song that we heard.
This is so Tokyo Machine.
We're going to turn it up a bit.
Oh, that's the Tokyo Machine and like dissonant chord at the end.
This rise is
Slushii
really
vibes
cool.
right there. Ooh, sick! Love this. High energy. This would go off at a show, my god. Mixed like pristine.
Yeah. It could even be turned up.
It's only because I have that the reference on.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, compared to some of the other songs.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Pew,
very well
pew.
balanced though. Mixed great.
Ooh, so funky. Tokyo Machine's always like very cool funk bass. So good, dude.
I feel like I'm trying to think of like a video game reference, like which video
Sonic.
game? Dude,
Yeah.
Sonic.
This would be total Sonic vibe.
Bro.
In like the industrial level.
You're just like
Yeah.
ball going through this like spiral, jumping up into the.
Bass house. Wow. Wow. Speechless. I have
You
nothing
guys
to say.
upped that. What?
I have nothing to say. Nothing to say. The catchphrase was catchy.
Yeah.
It's like everybody can sing along to that. The mix was on point. High energy. The halftime thing and the second drop was like unexpected and like kept you on your toes.
Didn't feel out of place at all. No.
Wow.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That's like one of my favorite songs I've heard all year, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Blasta from Enzo. This was like super sick. Next song on the list is Addicted by Pauline Herr and Twerl. Now, small little tidbit, Paulina's a homie, and actually Kyle did a song with her like, what, 6-7 years ago?
2017.
Oh!
I think it actually was 2017.
There you go. Well,
Yeah, 2016, 2017. One of those years for sure.
kind of crazy. She's
Yeah, it was
grown
cool.
so much as an artist. Phenomenal producer, very sweet girl. Very proud to see, like, you know,
Yeah.
how far she's come and, like, you know, headlining her own tour this year, which is really dope. So, Paulina, congrats. Time to jam out to your new song.
I don't know where I was going.
She's got a beautiful voice.
Ever think of running away? You're something that I know you're not here for a long time, but
I love the auto-tune artifact, yeah.
Like, this is cool because the the sub and the kick and everything are super
Everything's swung, yeah.
But the hat's just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's slightly off grid, but it's pretty keeping that pace.
It reminds me of her song that she did with More Kismet.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But she always has very beautiful atmospheric vocals in the background, ad-libs that are kind of like panning in the back.
And she just has such a unique, beautiful tone in her voice.
Yeah.
Mix on the drop was really great too. Oh, there's that Reese for you, dude. You see Kyle's eyes light up whenever a Reese bass comes on?
I use it too much.
Can never use too much Reese.
You don't see all of my projects.
Can't use too much Reese, man.
No, there's a lot of versatility in Reese's. So if you don't know much about Reese's, check them out. Yeah. It's cool because I can hear a lot of them in the drop.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Like the swung percussion, some of the sound design for sure, Twerl. But like, you know, Paulina had a lot like in there too.
That was super dope.
Yeah.
I feel like this new wave of very swung, digital, clipped, that sound that like Black City's been doing, More Kismet's been doing, Paulina's been doing, like it's just feels good. It's like a nice breath of fresh air from like a lot of the stuff that you just generally hear at this point. Good job, Paulina, that was awesome.
That was sick. Next up, we got Body_Harvest. Body Harvest by Inhuman.
Ooh. Okay. Very artistic. This is like a score right now. Ooh, steps panning all to the right, door opening. What's happening right now? It's like a story being told. It's like a monster breathing. I love this.
It feels very quiet right now. I feel like it's just gonna get super loud.
Yeah.
That like 80s synth.
This is very much like a movie score.
They say I am sick.
Vocals a little loud relative to everything else.
I will prove them wrong.
And it's not intelligible.
The next step of
It's kind of sitting on top.
upon us.
But it's very cool though.
This is our new form.
Giving me Death Pack vibes. There's too many harmonics on the sub that's overpowering the fundamental, so like you don't feel it that much. Doesn't punch that hard for a rhythm track.
No.
Artistically beautiful.
But I
love like everything that's happening. It's really telling a story, and it's not easy to.
We're gonna have like a minute outro
minimal,
right now.
like kind of song like this, doing all of these crazy things and have it lead into something. Like it takes a very anticipatory mind to be able to look forward and know exactly where you're going with these strange sounds. Like I've personally never been good at atonal music because I'm used to like pattern recognition through sound and like through melodies, and like a lot of dubstep is atonal, and like that's why it's been like I've tried to make dubstep before. It was horrendous. I'm sure if I practiced long enough I could get there, but like there's no reference point for me. Like I was telling Gina today, we were driving in the car, like I won't hear a sound in Serum like and think to myself, oh my god, I know exactly what to do with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make a drop with this. Because it's like, what's your reference point? You gotta layer that with like 50 other things, and like half of your production sessions are just sound design sessions that you like come up with a sound and then build your track around that sound, as opposed to like having an idea that's melodic and like just choosing your sounds as you go and like tweaking them to your liking, or like going with something that's like tonal. So very, very, very cool idea. I think just from a mix perspective, just needs a little bit of work, especially in the drop. Next up, there's been somebody in the comments who's been every single time we post a video begging for the Seven Lions track. So
Truth.
Here you go.
We got you. We got you. We got your back. Hey Tony,
like
we got their back. Freaking got their back, you know.
Tony,
pull up.
gonna pull up.
Gonna pull up.
If he's got your back, then you already know you're in the right part of town.
So we're gonna pull up. I got you, and you messed up.
Here's the track Every Time featuring So Below by Seven Lions. Classic Seven Lions, trance instrumentation with dubstep drums.
Yep.
Sick. Vocals so washed out.
The mix and feedback of the delay is like really, really high up there.
Drums are punching nicely. It's hard to appreciate the vocal when it's so tucked away. Huge Seven Lions drop per usual. Very big, super vibey.
Yeah, the vocal is just, I can't tell what they're saying. It's way too washed out.
Washed out, it needs like something like a boost in like the 9K region and a boost in like the 3K region. So for you guys that don't know, intelligibility usually happens in like the 9 to 12K region. It's a long track too, 6 minutes. Cool little hybrid between like trance and dubstep. I like that little saw arc. Whoa. The choir in the back is a little loud, fighting the already non-present vocal. In my head, got it, yeah.
Such a shame.
Like that, like that's like very present. Needs some more like warmth. Some good mid bass right there comes in. Mixing is so much work. So tedious.
This is pretty.
Now the vocal sounds great.
Yeah, it's too washed.
Really cool top line if we could understand it and it was a little bit more present. Like we were saying, it just needs like a lot more mid fullness in general. It wasn't very intelligible. Wasn't much presence. It was fighting a lot of elements.
Yes.
The drops sounded great. Instrumentally it sounded great. There was a couple moments where like that mid bass would go a little bit low, but again, he's probably on like a much nicer system that has like a subwoofer or something where he can hear those like tones a lot better. But for, you know, us peasants, normal speakers, it's hard to hear.
Monitors, yeah.
But still, it was a vibe. It was a good, I mean, staying true to his brand.
Yeah.
It was a good song.
Cool.
Not my favorite Seven Lions track. Definitely not. I thought it was a little long too. I didn't think it was necessary to do the melodic drop and then like that other twist of a rhythm / trance drop and then go back into the same drop again from drop one for 6 minutes. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna go that long, the vocal itself needs to really carry the song, and because it was washed out, we kind of like got bored along the way.
Last up, we have Colors with Eyelar by Gryffin, Blanke, and Eyelar.
So this song, I saw JP post about this, and it got like 750,000 streams in like the first 3 days of release. I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard big things, big hype. Blanke's such a great artist from the aspect that he's so good at doing like the heavy stuff and also so good at doing like the melodic, like more feelsy stuff. What is that song that he remixed for, Gorgeous, the one that he did the remix for Haliene? Still to this day one of my favorite EDM tracks, like a really, really, really cool song. Gryffin always comes hard, like Griffin's a big influence for my style of music with like the hybridization between pop and EDM, so like I'm excited for this one, see what they got.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like the chorus effect on the ambience. Saw plucks. Listen to how much more full that vocal is. Like, it's okay to wash it out with reverb, but as long as you can understand it, it's like present. This is perfect execution.
But the center's still like cutting through with the stereo, and then like foundation, that warmth of the vocals is there. Percussion opening up.
Mix. Very full across the board. Yeah, drums are punching super nice.
This is the nice balance of low mids, and sub that we were looking for.
The perfect amount of quarter note delay on that vocal chop.
Yeah.
Vocal might need just a tad around 2K. Just like a little. Ooh, I love that the white noise with the chimes on top. Just feels like you're in the atmosphere.
Feels like you're in the song.
Yeah. Love those saws.
Another crying song with all the boys. Everybody's just jumping up and down.
Lost my girl, bro. I just want to see your true colors, man.
Or she has to see your true colors.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Summer Kyle. So for all you guys don't know, there's a Summer Kyle and there's Winter Kyle. Summer Kyle, live. Winter Kyle, quiet to himself, just wants to huddle up under the blankets, eat like instant ramen.
That's when I make all my music. Fireplace, TV, blanket,
like
ramen,
the rain.
halftime.
Winter Kyle. Very Millennium, super Millennium vibes. That's like, which Millennium album do you think that was?
Every single one.
I feel like that was like, what was album 2? Awakened. That was like Awakened. Ascend went a little bit more pop. Ashes was a little bit like, Millennium was finding his sound. Awaken was like the nice mix between the two. Yes,
no.
It was a good one. You know what I'm saying? We like that one. Alright, cool guys. That was all 10 songs for this week. It was a pleasure. Time to announce the...
You do this every week.
It's a drum roll. It's a thing, bro. It's a thing.
Song of the week. As always, we take in multiple factors to the mix, to the songwriting, and the pure enjoyment of the song.
It's subjective, but nonetheless
also objective.
Yeah, we try to be as objective as possible, but like at the end of the day,
we have to be able to listen to it and vibe out. So we chose
Pew 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 by Slushii and Tokyo Machine. What an incredible song. I mean, I'm sure you guys just saw from the reacts. We were just like, we couldn't even like listen. It was just, we were just straight vibing with that music. It went hard. It was a creative idea. had like really cool chord progression. That mix was on point, real punchy, a lot of energy, really fun. That's so far that has been like my song of the year. Like that's been a really great track. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's gonna go off. Wait a minute. Hold up.
No.
It's a 22.
No.
Pew pew pew. That was really good. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again for another awesome week. Drop your comments. Keep leaving recommendations down at the bottom. We keep on adding them to the list. We'd love to continue hearing these songs. Thank you for recommending artists that we haven't heard before. We always love, incorporating that. So, yeah. Sidewalk Talk. We out.